and just follow forward with the cue ball, leaving the 4 pretty much where it's at, and get a little bit safe there. He can certainly leave it so that he's only got a bank. You see anything you like better, Jim?
I'm wondering whether or not he might be able to play the billiard and get the 4 here. That's what he's looking at.
You know, I think it's the 5, believe it or not. No, it is the 4. And yeah, I think you're right. I think he can see it.
I know one thing. If he contemplates this,
he can see it.
Rota would like to be able to see a referee oversee this shot, but he may be looking at the billiard. I know the safety's awful tough.
I think the billiard's possible. I think he can see it. I think you're right. No, he just played it out. Didn't get there either.
Well, he wishes he'd have tried something different now. Now, so many good players from Germany. Obviously, the more recognizable names, Ralf Souquet, Torsten Homan, Thomas Engert. But Ralf Eckert, another very good player from Germany that's actually here in the U.S. Open this year.
I saw Eckert this morning. Him and Homan and Souquet were all talking together. Ortmann was really the first of that crew, though, wasn't he?
He's the Jose Perica.
That's what I meant,
of the Germans.
Yeah. And Ortmann did some fantastic things when he first came over here, too, didn't he?
Yeah, 2-time world straight pool champion. Good shot there from Rota.
Stopped up nicely.
He's going to punish Ortmann for that weak safety attempt.
Well, he's looking at shooting this 5 ball in the side pocket and staying right there for the 6. If he does that, I think he's going to be in the best possible shape he could be in. Just pound this forward a little bit and just drift over there with speed. I kind of like that as opposed to drawing it. He spun it.
Well, this is the big shot. That's not the best positional shot that Rota has played, but he's going to need a good one now. Try and get the window. If he plays a 5 into the side, he's got to leave the cue ball positioned so he can attack the 6 between the 8 and the 9.
So he'll draw down to the end rail here probably. Shoot that in the side, is that what you're thinking? Spin back to the side rail. He can almost come up to about the side pocket if he does that with low right. Low left, I mean.
Yeah, and that's a good measuring stick for him. He'll already know that. Get that cue ball up near that side. Just got to clear the 7 in the middle of the table. And well judged.
Well, I tell you, that was really good speed.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's in the mood to let Oliver off, does he?
Well, it's probably a pretty long plane flight from Qatar, too.
Marginally closer than coming from the Philippines. Coming from the Philippines, I think you'd take the western trip over the Pacific. Coming from Qatar, I think you'd probably come through Europe and across the Atlantic.
I bet Ortmann and all those guys wish the SST was still flying. Well, he's got a shot here where he's going to probably be better off shooting this into the corner, I think. I would rather do this than go into the side and come down and around. I don't really think that, you know, the side presents the opportunities that the corner does. With a corner, he can move that cue ball a little less. Well, he went all the way around 3 rails, and he's come out perfect with that little glance.
Yeah, not a lot wrong could have happened there. If he hits the 9 full, gets the 8 to the other corner, just the way that he played that. There were no obstacles really in his way. A little short of speed here. Yeah, that cue ball travels another 18 inches, 2 feet. This 9 is easy.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a tricky shot. I don't think I have any problem with it based on what he's done so far, but that's still not ideal. Much less than ideal.
Yeah, he gets it. Israel Rota punishing Oliver Ortmann, and Ortmann in his chair knows he played a bad safety, and he paid the ultimate price. And that takes the score to 9-3. Well, we've seen 9-3 overhauled. It hasn't been beaten yet on the main table here, but if you remember Tom Karabatsis and Brittany Bryant, well, Karabatsis was 9-3 at one stage, and Brittany got back to 9-8, missed a 9 to go 9-9. So, time to dig your heels in, Oliver.
You know, it would have been interesting to see the look on Brittany, Tom Karabatsos' face when Brittany was making that comeback. I'll bet it wasn't a happy, smiley face.
(9-3) in favor of Israel Rota over Oliver Ortmann, former world champion. Oliver Ortmann, if he didn't know who Israel Rota was before, he does now. Rack number 13.
Made the 1. Oh, he scratched in the side. So Ortmann's got a chance here. 2 to the 3 is the difficulty, and he can get right to it with ball in hand. Here's another look. Got kissed by the 4.
And standing right behind it, and you can see it heading towards the side. And he'd have been perfect on the 2. Now Oliver's going to have to float this cue ball across the table for the 3. To the same pocket. Electing not to go with the 3-8 combination. A little surprised at that, really, because now where he's left it, from the 3 to the 4 is tricky, and he knows it.
Well,
playing the 3-8 combination would have been a lot easier. He's not thinking straight.
I know good players don't like to touch a ball, but he can draw off that 8 ball and get on the 4 here. Just has to hit his speed right when he shoots the 3. And he got very, very good results here. The 8 ball came out in the open, didn't land on anything, and he's right on the 4. So he'll just be able to go to the rail, come back out like this, and be right on the 5. And that's hit and stop territory. That was a beautiful shot by Oliver Ortmann.
Yes, it was.
That might be worth a second look eventually. Not much to do here, just pocket the 8. And pocket the 9.
And pocket the 9 he does. Wins his 4th rack, still 9-4 in favor of Israel Rota. Well, Ortmann has secured the break in rack number 14. Yeah, that was a good shot on the 3 for sure. You know, it looked like getting position from the 3 to the 4 was going to be very tricky, and the way that he used the 8 That was the shot of that rack. And he had to come with it.
And a champion like Oliver Ortmann, they don't even think twice about that. Just the execution. See what kind of break he puts together here. Couldn't be a better time to make a ball and get position.
Well, he's going to take a trip to the far end of the table and another one to the beads on the wire. And he'd like to be making a few more trips up that end. 9-4 in favor of Rota over Ortmann. We'll see what Ortmann can do here. Rack number 14.
It's gone dry again, hasn't he?
he's giving a sarcastic laugh as well. Yeah, that's painful. When you're trailing by 5 racks and you just watch the balls kicking each other and leaving your opponent set up perfect.
Well, yeah. Rota really has no difficulty in this rack, does he? I don't see anything troubling at all. Once he's past this, if he gets on the 3-ball good, it's all just laying there for him to get out. 3 to the 4, 4 to the 5, 5 to the 6. This rack relays real nice. I feel for Ortmann on that one. Well, that made things a little different.
Yeah, he's going to have to draw in behind the 5 now. I think play the 4 to the bottom right corner. Or bottom left, as we see on that particular angle. Unless he can just play this, get back up towards the middle of the table, but I favor him playing around the 5 behind it.
I think that's exactly what he's going to do, what you called, Jim.
Play the long 4.
Which he can draw back for the 5 if he feels uncomfortable with that angle, but really and truly he doesn't even have to. Because the worst thing that could happen when he's shooting that 5 is to get straight in. So why not just take what you can get here and pocket the 4. Come back maybe 3 inches. Maybe 5.
He heard you. He's listening to you, Bill.
You know, unfortunately, that might really be the truth. Earl's just entered the arena. He'll change all that soon. Everyone will be listening to him.
Well, let me tell you something about Mr. Strickland. He's looking as good as I've seen him look in a long time. I had a word with him. He looks real healthy. And I'll tell you what I noticed early this afternoon. There was a table open, and he was on it.
You know, he's won a few tournaments recently, too, right? Won that Genki Memorial, and then won another tournament after that.
Well, I'm a big Earl Strickland fan. I think the game of pool is a lot better off when he's in the middle of it. Well, this is a big shot here for Rota. He's got the angle on the 6. He's got to play. He knows he's going to be close to that side pocket. He's got to miss the 8, so he doesn't have a lot of room here.
He used to hit this softly and just spin off that side rail to get down there.
No, he's in.
No, he's beyond it.
Oh, that was a little error in judgment there.
He hit a little bit beneath the ball on the left-hand side, but he didn't catch that real good with very much left.
Well, just slightly misjudged that. Now he's got to make a much more difficult 7 than he would have liked.
The sad thing here is you're going to be coming up to where you're going to really want to play that 8 in the corner. You really want to get straight in on the 8 here, don't you? Play this 2 rails out with your position. like that. Perfect. That's the one thing about the Filipinos. They have no problem with that. That was a beautiful shot. Now hit and stop, and he's on the hill.
I said I'm sorry.
My favorite shot.
I want to shoot these all day. And Israel Rota arrives to the hill. 10-4 over Oliver Ortmann, and Ortmann's hoping it isn't going to be 10-4 over and out.
Well, we have Stevie Moore in the arena too, if you notice down on that end table. He's behind the TV screen over there, waiting to go on. I think that's Brandon Schuff playing over there right now.
Yeah, Stevie Moore been playing some good pool too. Israel Rota, originally from the Philippines, and now making his home in Qatar. And breaking for the last time in this match. A race to 11. He's on the hill. 10-4 over Oliver Ortmann. And one more good break. One more thunderous break.
Got a little funny on the one. He can see it clearly, but 2-4 a little tough. Oh boy, look at that 9 ball sitting down there too.
Yeah, don't be surprised if he doesn't play safe on the one here and take a flyer at that 9. Off the cushion, right-hand cushion. He's going to play the billiard from the 1, and he is going at the 9 here because he knows he can play the 1 safe. And if he gets it, it's the match.
Nice call, Jim. He's close.
He's real close. He got it. What a shot. What a shot to close it out. Israel Rota, a terrific billiard with the 9. And it's an 11-4 win over former world champion Oliver Ortmann. Rota staying on the winner's side. Ortmann going to have to fight his way back from the left-hand side of the bracket. Billy, a pleasure as always. We saw a great match there, and for all our fans at home, stay with us. There's going to be a lot more action coming your way from the Acustats Arena, the 37th annual U.S. Open 9-Ball Championship.